Hi everybody, this is Ken F. Cards and all. I'm coming to you. I bought this little collection here last Wednesday from a little older lady I happened to meet in the card shop, and I've been sick for about a week now, so I'm just now getting to show this, and I thought I'd share what I found. There's quite a bit of common cards in it, but there's Rusty Staub. They're in pretty good shape for the most part, looks like. Here's what the backs look like. You'll notice every once in a while you'll see a star. There's the Mad Hungarian, Phil Garner. Here's a Gary Carter. I think that's 76, I think is what the date is on them. Got Ken Griffey Sr., Fergie Jenkins. It looks good on the front, but the back has some damage to it. So, and here's a Billy Martin from 76. Tony Perez. There's another Mad Hungarian. Here's the Royals. And then this one here is a 79. And then these top ones are the same too. And then it starts in on 1980s cards. Denny Martinez, he was a good pitcher. Like I said, there's quite a few common cards in it, but there's quite a few stars in it as well. This is a goofball. I think he was one of the jesters of baseball. Bobby Valentine. Bill Madlock. He had some good years with the Cubs. Here's another Gary Carter from 1980. So there is some Hall of Famers. Here's Ted Simmons. I've heard that he's being considered for the Hall of Fame more. Cecil Cooper, he had good years with the Brewers. Bill Lee, I think they called him Spaceman. Trying to make this where it ain't too long of a video. Here's a Bill Buckner, 1980. Sorry about the shakiness. It's not on a tripod or a stand. Wondered where Igor was, but here's Igor. Manny Sengian, I'm in a Facebook group that he had joined. He don't chat much anymore on it, but there for a while he was really into posting stuff on it. He's got quite a busy life. There's a Willie Wilson. Jack Clark. There's a Moose. Tim McCarver. He wasn't too bad of a baseball player, but not too fond of him as an announcer. or analyst, Hal McRae. Son played for the Cubbies. Ted Martinez. There's the Braves. Bobby Cox was manager then, too. Stolen base leaders. Willie was a good one then. There's the Necro Brothers. Steve Carlton, NL All-Star. Alan Trammell, Hall of Famer. Scott McGregor, I think he had one real good year in his career. I think he won 20 once. There's Phil Necro. There's Joe Torre, manager of the Mets. I didn't even realize he was manager then until I seen this card. When I first got this, it was amazing just looking at some of these older cards. Mike Schmidt, NL All-Star. Gaylord Perry. Dale Murphy, 1980. Don Baylor. I've got a stack of copies of several of these. Here's Steve Garvey. I think a lot of the copies I got is mostly of this guy. For some reason, he must have been the John Wathan of that era. Even though there was John Wathan then. Larry McWilliams, I think he went on to be a fairly good general manager for some teams. Keith Hernandez. Ray Fosse. Probably wish he'd never seen Pete Rose at one time. Jim Norris. There's a lot of recognizable names, especially if you're about my age, mid-40s. Buddy Solomon. Gary Matthews, his son played for the Cubs for a few years. Bobby Mercer. Cedeno. Joe Youngblood. Man, look at that. Now, that's a sharp look right there. There's your name right there. George Foster. Until Cecil Fielder, who had been the only one to hit 50 home runs at that time. Till Cecil come around. Dwight Evans. Splitter off. There's the Yankees. Dick Hauser is the manager. Butch Hobson. He's from Alabama, so kind of know him. He knows the Red Sox manager. Joe Necro. There's a parrot. And now here's the bird. Mark Fidrich. Duffy. There's a George Brett All-Star, 1980. Mickey Lolich. There's quite a few. I'm not going to show the back half of this has some cards from 91 Tops. And then some, I think it's Stadium Club in the about 91. They're all a bunch of common cards. Here's Buck Martinez. I'll show you the main reason in just a second why I bought this set. You notice there's a lot of commons in it, but there's a lot of all-stars too. MVPs. There's quite a few Hall of Famers in it. A lot of players I grew up seeing towards the end of their career. Here's a good pitcher. Some of these names we don't know. Here's Pete Rose, 1980. Weird seeing him as a Philly. All I remember is the Reds. There's another Ken Griffey. Davy Lopes. Now here's Dale Murray. Not to be mistaken with Dale Murphy. Mark Lee. Here's Manning. Smaley. At least he wouldn't be a smelly. Scott Sanderson, he played for the Cubs a while. Passed away not too long ago. Here's a Mad Hungarian again. Here's Chet Earl Lemon. I don't know if the Chet that chats in YouTube will see this, but there he goes. There's Jim Palmer, 1980. And Jesus Alou. I do have some Cubbies in here. Brian Downing. Here's a Reggie Jackson. Here's a Willie Stargell. I got another one in my other binder of that one. Not only Raleigh Fingers had that style of mustache, that guy did too. That guy was a good pitcher. If I'm mistaken, he had won like 17, 18 games one year. There's several years he has many wins as some of the starters. Mike Flanagan. I'm sorry for the shakiness of the camera. Just here's a Mendoza line namesake. Tug McGraw, Tim's dad. And now here's the future stars. There's not really too many that panned out. You'll see a couple maybe that had fair careers. One I saw was this Mickey Hatcher. He had a pretty decent career. Jim Flannery, I think he had an okay career. And here's one last one. And then here's Steve Stone. He was with Harry Carey there for quite a while. That's where I first knew that name at. Here's a Rod Carew, AL All-Star. Ed Farmer. Pat Underwood. Greg Nettles. Bob, whatever. Sal Bando. Fixing to end. This is the last one of the 1980s. Now we're on to 82, I think, or 81. Stolen base leaders, Tim Raines and Ricky Henderson. Dave Ford. Here's Mendoza again. Chuck Baker. Here's the only rookie card. Boy, I wish there had been a Cal Ripken there. But Here's a Don Sutton, Hall of Famer. Here's a George Foster, All-Star. Tom Paciorek, I remember him being with the White Sox. He announced with Ken Harrelson. Robert Ramos. I've got tons of those in action somehow. Seemed like whenever I bought a pack years ago, that's what everything I would get would be that. Craig Nettles. Joe Niekro again. Now here goes into the Fleer 1983. And then there's Don Russ 83. That one Fleer is on the back page, but you went ahead and got to see it. That's Cecil Cooper again. He had a good year. Good career. Ted Simmons. And here's a Paul Molitor from 83. There's that Jerry Martin again. Jack Clark. Kirk Gibson. Bobby Mercer. Gary Templeton. Bucky Blake and Dent. Brunansky. This is Frank Viola's rookie card. I didn't even realize it until I got home and looked it up. This is as close as I got to Ryan Sandberg. Got a checklist with his name on it. And then it goes into the 91s tops. Well, I got two more cards that was in separately. They had them in hard cases and everything. And one was a 91 Frank Thomas. It was in nice shape. And the main reason I bought this collection, and my jaw dropped when I seen it, is a Ricky Henderson rookie card. The only blemish is this tiny, tiny little nick right here in the corner. But if you notice, it's centered just perfectly. And look at that back. It's just barely off center. It's just got one little white spot right there. This is a beautiful card, and I couldn't pass it up. And that's all I got for the collection. I did get a box of 91 Donruss. And the only thing that was in them was a Larry Walker rookie card. And I appreciate everybody that watches these videos. And God bless y'all. And thank y'all. Bye.